What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today is May the 4th, and I'm going to be ranking every single Star Wars movie and TV show that has came out since 1977 to 2025. So I'm going in backwards chronological order, I guess you could say, starting with the episode 9, which is the latest chronologically, and then the earliest, which would be Acolyte. So I'll start with ranking all these sequels. I think you can pretty much tell that they're all going in F tier, but I'll be a little bit more descriptive than that. So whichever one is in this like the front means it's the better one, and then the back would mean it's the worst one. I think this is pretty good for an order. Episode 9 was kind of bad. I'm honestly struggling to decide if I should put episode 7 above or episode 9, but I think I enjoyed a little bit episode 7 a little bit more. I didn't really enjoy any of the sequels that much, but definitely episode 8 going in the last one. Then next I have Ahsoka season 1, because there will be season 2, which was actually hopefully good. It has been shown in Star Wars Celebrations. Obviously I haven't seen the trailer because I wasn't there, but I think it is actually a pretty good show and it deserves B tier. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think season 2 definitely will improve the show a lot. Next is Book of Boba Fett, which kind of just felt like another Mandalorian season, but a lot worse. And honestly, I didn't really enjoy it that much. It was kind of boring. I mean, I'm glad that we get to see Boba Fett back alive again after episode 6, but honestly, I preferred him a lot more before episode 6 or during episode 6 than after, so I'm putting this one in a D tier. Now, Mandalorian season 1, 2, and 3, which was probably one of my favorite shows of all time, at least Star Wars wise, and I guess of all time, and definitely going in S tier for me. I definitely think that season 1 and 2 were better than season 3, but overall it's going in S tier. Now I have a newer show here, which is Skeleton Crew. It wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good for a original Star Wars show, and there wasn't it wasn't too little Star Wars. Like, there's still like mentions of stuff from Star Wars. It did definitely feel like something from Star Wars without having any Star Wars. So, pretty good original show, but I think Ahsoka is a little bit better than this. Put it in B tier. Now into the original trilogy. So next is Return of the Jedi, episode 6, which I actually liked, and most of the original trilogies are probably going to be in S tier, but I think I enjoyed The Mandalorian a little bit more. Next is the Empire Strikes Back, which I think is a lot of people's favorite Star Wars movie, but I don't think it's actually better than Return of the Jedi, at least in my opinion. And I think Empire Strikes Back is a little bit better than New Hope, so New Hope I'm probably going to put in A tier, actually. Now on to Rogue One, which leads directly up until episode 4, which I think I'm going to put this one a little bit better than episode 4, probably in A tier. Definitely doesn't deserve S tier, but it was a very fun movie to watch. Next is Tales of the Empire, which I don't really know where to put because a lot of the episodes take place in different times. I think some of the episodes followed Morgan Elsbeth. I'm not sure what the other ones followed, but I watched it. It was okay. The only part that I really liked was with Thrawn, and then I think the other ones were with Barriss Offee, I think, actually. But those were actually pretty good. I think it deserves A tier, maybe a little bit better than Skeleton Crew. And next is Rebels, which is actually one of the first, I think the first shows that Disney Star Wars made, and probably one of the best ones because it kind of just goes downhill from Disney Star Wars, at least. So Rebels is actually pretty good. It was a very long season, kind of remind me of Clone Wars, so I think it deserves A tier, probably better than Rogue One. And next is Andor, which I guess full season 2 hasn't come out, but ranking it from the episodes I've seen of season 2, which is all of them that have released so far, it definitely deserves S tier. Probably not better than The Mandalorian, but probably better than episode 6. Next is Obi-Wan Kenobi, or I guess technically just Kenobi. It was an okay show that definitely could have made it a lot better than it was, and I think I'm going to put it in C tier because it definitely deserves way better. They had so much potential with this, but they could have done a lot better, I guess. It could have made a lot more fun show, and it was kind of like useless with the young Leia plot. And I wish there was more like Luke in it than Leia, which kind of sucks because the whole point is that Leia went with Bail Organa and Luke went with Obi-Wan Kenobi. But next one is Solo, and this one honestly is going with Kenobi in C tier. I found it was actually a pretty good movie, nothing really wrong with it. I just wish there would be a Solo 2. If there was a Solo 2, most likely be an S or A tier, but sadly it doesn't look like there's going to be. But hopefully the Maul Shadow Lord will have Qi'ra in it, and we'll sort of like fill in the plot hole that we have with that. Next is Bad Batch, which is actually one of my favorite animated Star Wars shows, or shows in general. I had so much fun watching the show, and I know a lot of people won't agree with me, but I'm putting this in S tier, probably above Empire Strikes Back, at least in my opinion. I know a lot of people will be mad because that's probably their favorite original trilogy movie or movie in general. Next is Episode 3, the highest grossing movie of 2020, actually just 2005, which is the year it was released in. No doubt about it, highest S tier, definitely one of the greatest movies of all time in my opinion. And then it followed up Clone Wars. It was actually really, really fun. Again, definitely deserves S tier. Probably right before Mando, I think, would be a good spot to put in. Season 7 was actually really good. I mean, they messed up with some of the parts, like the plot with when it was like just Ahsoka and like the underworld of Coruscant. That was kind of useless. I don't really like that. It was just like filler episodes that we could have gotten a lot better. Next is the Clone Wars movie, which I'm putting in F tier. I guess the best of F tier I should probably put, or maybe in between episode 7 and episode 9, because this one was kind of bad. It was kind of like a setup, I guess, for the Clone Wars, but the show was like a lot better than that. Next is Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. It was actually a really good movie, and pretty good original trilogy movie. I'll probably put it above Ahsoka in B tier, but it was mainly because Revenge of the Sith sort of overshadowed it, I guess, was a lot better. Next is Episode 1, which I know a lot of people might disagree with me, but I'm putting this one above Rogue One in A tier. Might just be because of the Lego Complete Saga, I believe. Complete Saga, just like the regular first original Lego game. It starts you off in Episode 1, which I loved, which was one of my favorite Complete Saga episodes to play through, and of course was like the starting point for it. Next is Tales of the Jedi. I think these ones followed Ahsoka and Count Dooku. It was really fun to see Count Dooku in it, and I think it was a little bit better than Tales of the Empire. Was the first one. Next would be Tales of the Underworld. I watched the first 2 episodes, and they were pretty good. And I'm excited to see Cad Bane. I didn't get to see any of Cad Bane's episodes. It was mainly just Asajj Ventress episodes. So I'm excited to see where I would put that on the list. Most likely somewhere in like C tier or B tier, or at least so far for Asajj Ventress, because those episodes were kind of boring. But Cad Bane somewhere in A tier if I had to choose for Tales of the Underworld. Next is Acolyte, which I'll most likely put, I think, maybe behind or in front of Episode 9, probably in front of it. It could have been a lot better if they had like a better director, better like storyline and stuff. I definitely wish we'd get, and maybe an Acolyte Season 2. And here is my final list. I'm pretty happy with it. But of course, those are just my opinions, and I love to see your thoughts on it. So comment down below. But without further ado, that's going to do it for the rest of the video. Happy May 4th, and may the Force be with you.